So me and Ellie are just out on a hack. We went to a side saddle lesson the other day, organised by Becky at Area 16 Side Saddle Association. It was with Penny Clark. We had our first lesson back with Penny Clark, and she's also who we bought our side saddle from. So that was really cool to be able to catch up with her again. She restilled my confidence in myself after Royal Cornwall Show, and didn't make me feel like I was a terrible rider. In fact, she said I was quite a good rider. I just needed a few little minor tweaks if she was being fussy, so that was nice to hear. Appreciate that. But it was also good because she was able to have a look at our side saddle and see if she thought it was too tight on the right, as per the judges' comments at Royal Cornwall. And she said that it isn't tight at all. She did say Ellie was a little more rotund than when she last saw her, but she said it's not too tight, so that was good. Not really much more to say on that. I trust her judgment more than the other judge, so yeah, I've had another saddle fitter look at it as well, and they don't think it's too tight either, so not worried about that. We're just going to brush that off our shoulder and forget about it. So I have got some footage of said lesson, so I'll probably play a little bit and I'll do a voiceover so you have an idea of what we were working on. But we're just going to carry on and enjoy our hack for now. But carry on so you can see the footage. So the lesson was at Cardinham Dressage, which is out near Bodmin. Nice venue and very easy to get to, which is always nice. So to begin with, we just went in and basically rode like we normally did, so that Penny could kind of have a look at us and assess kind of what she thought we needed to work on. So she thought that we needed to do some no stirrup work because my foot tends to sort of like ride back a little bit sometimes, and also that I needed to work on my elbows, because they're, as you can see there, kind of out away from my body. And also a bit more kind of putting more weight into my right leg and sitting taller in the saddle. I also told her the feedback that we had got at Royal Cornwall Show and also at the area show, so she took that into account as well. But she did make a point of saying that it really depends on your judge as to how they prefer you to ride. So you might have like a sort of show judge who might like a different way of riding to maybe like someone who does a lot of hunting or something like that. So I guess that's kind of a bit more like showing, like it's what the judge likes to an extent. So initially we worked on getting my shoulders back and sitting a bit straighter and a bit taller. This also meant that I lengthened my rein contact, which felt a bit alien as I've obviously been working on shortening it. But actually I felt that Ellie was a bit more relaxed with a longer contact, which is how I've always ridden her, so I guess that makes sense. And Penny said that she thought that made a much nicer picture, me sitting back, having my elbows in and having that slightly longer contact. The next thing that we did was to take my stirrup away. So as I said, when I'm riding with the stirrup, my left foot sort of like creeps back and up a little bit. Like if you look in my cover photo thumbnail thing that I did for this vlog, you'll see I've put an arrow to it. So she took away my stirrup, which initially I was a little bit terrified about, but actually riding side saddle without a stirrup is actually much better. But basically what it makes you do is it makes you ride more with your right leg. So I'm putting more weight into my right leg, using that sort of side of my body a bit more, which actually meant I was able to sit taller and have a better position in the saddle. And I actually did really feel this, like, you know, sometimes people will say to you, oh, do this and you'll feel this way, and I'm kind of like, yeah, I feel it, I think. Nah, But on this occasion, I did really feel the difference by having it. So she has given me homework where I have to do no stirrup work for 10 minutes per session. When we put the stirrup back, I noticed the difference and my leg didn't creep up anywhere near as much. So my position was much better. My elbows were still creeping out. So Penny said to imagine I've got two £20 notes stuck under my elbows and that I need to keep them there and stop them from flying out. Obviously, I would be quite poor by now had we done that. But I really like that and it's really stuck with me. I remember it. All in all, a really good lesson. I could really feel the difference just from having those few little tweaks. And I felt Ellie was going quite nicely in the end, so it was definitely worthwhile. Obviously, got some work to do to perfect it, and I need to work on my elbows. But for now, that's all the voiceover I'm going to do over this. So I'm just going to put some music over the rest of it for you to enjoy. So that was the lesson. Really liked Penny's analogy for my elbows of thinking about the £20 notes. I am going to try that. However, probably not with £20 notes because I am not wealthy enough to risk losing some £20 notes flying off in the wind when they inevitably come out of my elbows. And I did try to redo it all on Friday. So we schooled in the side saddle. However, we did something that Ellie found very fun and exciting on Wednesday, and she's clearly still buzzed from it because when we did that sideways session on Friday, it was a bit of a disaster because she was clearly still very excited, very strong, and I basically had no brakes. So yeah, that was fun. Anyway, it's good that she's feeling good and loving life, so that is the main thing. Anyway, that is it for now. I've got another vlog that I'm working on, so that will be out soon, and we've got quite a few things lined up. So if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, and if you could give me a like, that would be fantastic. Over and out for now. Catch you soon. Bye.